So loop columns are decorative patterns. You can draw a column on the floor with chalk. First, you place dots and then you draw lines around them. You start and end at the same point by forming a continuous pattern without lifting the chalk. Lines may cross each other, but you cannot draw sharp turns. Like if there's a dot, you cannot draw a very sharp turn like a square around it, but you can draw a curved line around it. Over here, it shows some steps on how the columns are drawn. Now, the question is, which column can you not draw this way? Please write the answers in the chat to me so I can please write the answers to me in the chat. According to the rules which are written here, the correct option is B, because if you look here, this um, yeah, this rule says that you have to start and end at the same point by forming a continuous pattern without lifting the chalk. But this one, there is first in option B, there is first one shape drawn uh, sorry in sorry, the correct option is C, because there is one shape which is drawn like this, and there's another shape in it, which is the X like shape. So, while in the other options, all the columns are drawn without lifting the chalk. So, this one is drawn without lifting the chalk as well. This one is also drawn without lifting the chalk. And even though they have got the sharp corners, one rule said that you have to start at the same and start and end at the same point. So the column that you cannot draw this way, which is given in the 5 steps above the options, is C. Thank you. Then
Arnav, do you want to go to the next question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. If there are any questions, please stop and ask. Ethan, are you listening? Anam?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you have question, you have understood?
Ma'am, I understood.
Yes. Do you want to repeat what Arnav has said?
No,
You want to
ma'am.
give a try? You want to give a try, Anna?
To solve the question, ma'am.
Yeah. But do you want to explain it to others?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, give a try. Then after that, Arnav, you start with the next question. Let Anam explain
Okay.
what she understood. Yeah.
Anam, you can start.
Can you change the screen to the question? Yes. Here are instructions for making a sailor necklace using wavy white beads and solid blue beads. Every sailor necklace starts by placing one wavy bead and one blue bead on a string in the order as shown. So, one wavy white bead and a blue bead. The sailor necklace can then be made longer by either adding a blue bead to both ends of the string, action B, or adding two wavy beads to the rightmost end of the string. These actions can be done multiple times in order to build longer and longer necklaces. Which necklace below is not a necklace? So, for option A, first we need to start in the middle, one blue bead and one wavy bead. Now we'll add two white beads to the rightmost, which is action W. That's what we have done. But there's one white bead here and one white bead after that. One blue bead after that in the left side. So it is not possible. But we'll still see the other options. In this option, we have a white bead and a blue bead. We can do action B, two blue beads, and then another action bead, two beads, and then we will do action W, two white beads on the side. Option C, there is a white bead here, white bead and the blue bead. So we'll do action W to get two white beads on one side, on the rightmost side. We'll do another action W, and then we can do action B and one more action B. For option D, we have our white bead and a blue bead. We can action B, one more action B, and then two action Ws. So over here, all the necklaces can be made except for the first one. So the option here is A.
And now you continue now. Ethan? Ethan, are
Yes.
you? Yes. Once
Ma'am,
Anna explains this next problem, after that you explain one problem. Yeah, whatever
okay.
Anna has said.
Okay.
Ma'am, actually, the answer is D.
Yes, yes, she gave wrong answer. Pranav is correcting. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, The thing is, A is actually possible because wait, so if you see option A again, you start with these two beads. Then you can perform action B to place this blue bead and this blue bead. Then we perform action W twice to get 4 white beads. And if you look at action option D, you have to start with these two beads. This is the only possible starting combination because you have to start with a white bead on the left and a blue bead on the right. So after this, you perform action B once to get this blue bead and this blue bead. But now it is impossible to get a second blue bead only on the right without adding a blue bead on the left, which means that option D is not possible, and that's why it's the right answer.
And also, there is an extra white bead.
Yeah. So it seems that they have somehow added this entire sequence of an extra blue bead and an extra white bead. Because you also can't have an even, sorry, an odd number of white beads on the side or an even number of white beads in total. So if you check again by the count, you see in option A there's 5 white beads, which is odd. So the white beads are possible. In option B, there's 3 white beads. It's odd. It's possible. In option C, there's again 5 white beads. It's odd. It's possible. But in option D, there's 4 white beads, which is even, which is not possible.
Okay, are there any questions?
Were you able to understand it from this? How about why option A?
Yes, I understood.
Okay, I'll continue. Dominoes. Domino tiles consist of two sides with 0 to 6 dots on each side. In a game of dominoes, it is possible to make a row of tiles by placing them end to end, as long as the touching ends have the same number of dots. A player is allowed to flip the domino tiles around to achieve this. For example, if you have got 6 dots on one side and 6 dots on the other side, and you have another piece, domino tile, with 6 dots on one side and one side blank, you can flip the domino tile around, so it will, so you can attach it to one with 6 dots on both sides. The row above could be increased to 3 dominoes by adding other dominoes with 6 dots on one side to the left, or adding another domino to the right that has one side with no dots. So it can either be extended by putting another 6 dotted one this side, or a blank one with no dots this side. So, as the question states, the given 7 domino tiles below, the question states that the given 7 domino tiles have to be converted into a line, but some of them cannot be converted. Some of them cannot be to the line. So, what is the longest row of tiles that can be achievable from all these 7 tiles? Please write the answers in the chat. And Ethan, what is your doubt? As many people stated, the correct answer is D, which is 5. Because this one has got 6 dots and this one has 6 dots. So this will attach here. Then, after flipping it, then this one will attach to the side with 5 dots. This one will attach after flipping. This one will attach to the side with 2 dots after flipping, and the blank side will and this piece will connect to the blank side of this tile. So the correct answer is 5 tiles can be used. The other 2 tiles cannot be used because they have got blue dots, while all the other tiles don't have any of the blue dots. Thank you. Did everybody understand this problem?
Yes, I understood.
Okay. Art graphics. Tina started with 1 circle and 1 square, and she could create this heart. Tina only use these kind of operations on both these shapes. When you rotate something, when you have to, you can use the rotate command to rotate a shape by any amount on either directions. The move command enables you to move the shape anywhere. And also, there's the third command, which is duplicate, which lets you copy one object into 2. So now, according to the question, which of the following sequences of operations could Tina have used to create this heart? Please write the answers in the chat. Yes, A is correct. Because Tina had to duplicate the circle and make another one so that she could, and she rotated the square so that she could move the 2 circles and create the heart. Any questions, or can I move on?
Please move on.
Ethan, would you like what Arnav said for this question?
No.
No. Next question you will do, or you will repeat after Arnav?
I'll do the next question.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Okay.
Okay, this meet will end in 5 minutes or so. You rejoin once in the same link, same meet. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Now continue.
Ethan, you can explain.
Ma'am, after leaving 10 minutes.
To leave, so you will explain this and leave.
I have to leave in 10 minutes. Sorry,
Okay, then
5 minutes.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, Arnav, you do that. Let me
Wait,
hear.
can I explain this one?
Yeah, sure, then explain it.
Okay. So the ancient rules were practically discovered by Professor Challenger before his mysterious disappearance. You have a page below from his notebook. So V equals to a tree with stick with 5 lines on the left and 2 lines on the right. And I stands for 5 lines on the right and 2 on the left. So which of the following can be decoded as bat? The correct answer is D.
Um, Ethan, can you please explain how D is the correct option? Or do I explain it?
You can explain.
Okay. So this figure that is drawn for I indicates indicates two numbers. On the left side of this of the vertical line is the row number in which is row number 2, and on the right side of the vertical line is 4 sticks, which resemble the number 4 as it is in column number 4. Same with V. It is in column number 2, while in column number 2, while it is in row number 5. So, which of the following can be decoded as bat? Using the same strategy in which we computed for I and V, we need to use the same strategy to compute for B. So, according to according to Professor Challenger, who has created this, um, B is in row number 1 and column number 2. So we have to search that one. When we find that one, we notice it is option D. The rest of the letters will be correct as there's no option other than D with row number 1 and column number 2. Thank you. Is it understood, or do you have any questions, or can I move on?
No, I don't have any questions, ma'am.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes and move on. Pool party lockers. The Beavers are going to a pool party. At the pool party, the Beavers handed over the locker keys along with the locker number to Old Beaver for safekeeping. Old Beaver has devised a system, as shown in the picture, to keep track of the locker number for each key. For example, for the locker number 243, the old beaver draws the digits 243. Oops. One by one on paper and then connects the digits to the purple key as seen at the bottom of the picture. So if you all need, the beaver needs key 243, the old beaver has devised a system wherein if you write the numbers 243, you get the purple key. If that is the beaver's number. Now, according to the question, the beavers had later realized that some water had gotten on the sheet of paper and smudged some of the written digits. Now, the question is saying that the locker numbers are given as this 73x, 24xx, and 7x1x, which are arranged in orders. Which one of the following sets of keys is the correct set of keys for this locker? Please write the answers to me in the chat. Okay, so many people have answered A, which is the right answer. Because if you take a look at the other options, so the first digit, there are two options, 733 and 732. We cannot make. So we'll first start from the second number. We see that there are 4 digits in the number. And there are only 2 numbers starting with 2 and 4, which are 243 and 2451. And 2451 is the only 4-digit number with 24. So the green key is the second key. So we can cross out option C. Now we go to the third number. We see that the only 4-digit number starting with 7 and as a middle digit 1 is 7912. And it ends with a light blue key. So we can cross option B. But then we see that since option B is cancelled, the number 732 as it goes to the dark blue key, which has been cancelled in the options. So the only option left is 333. So the correct answer is A. Did everybody understand, or do I have to repeat the question?
I understood.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes and move on. Okay. So Samir has hexagon puzzle pieces in 3 colors. When he places 3 pieces as shown, the 3 pieces must all be of the same or different colors. So, according to Samir, all 3 have to be the same color, or one can be different colors, or they can be of different colors. So the question is, Samir has placed the pieces in a tower shape as shown. What must the the color of the topmost piece be?
Excuse me?
Yes.
I have to leave. So bye and thank you for the session.
Okay.
Bye.
Do I continue?
Yeah, continue for a few more
Okay.
seconds.
So, out of all these three options, which will be the topmost option? Please write the answer in the chat. Um, okay. So, process to completing the puzzle is very simple. We need to use the colors and make our way up till the top so we can find out the color on top. So first, this one will be green according to the first rule, which says they should either be the same color or all different colors. While this one has to also be green because this one will have to contain all different colors because of the second rule. It should be of same color or different colors. Then this one should be yellow because of the different color rule, and this one as well. So if these two are yellow, then this one will also be yellow. We will put blue in this one because they should be of they should all three be of different colors. Then we use green again. Then we use yellow because these three are different colors. Yellow has to be here and here. So if yellow is there in those two squares, then yellow also has to be here. These three colors are different. So this one should be blue. These are also different colors. So this one should be green and this one should be green. If both of these two are green, then the top one will also be green. Since these two are different colors, which are located next to the green uh, on the top, this color will be blue. So the color on the top will be yellow, which means that the correct option is A. Did everybody understand, or do I have to repeat the question? I'll take that as a yes, and I'll go. I'll move on. Okay, nuts and bolts. At the Beaver Construction Factory, B Not works at the nuts and bolts assembly line. His job has the following rules. If B Not stands at one end of the long conveyor belt, which will contain lines of nuts and bolts, when either a nut or bolt come off the conveyor belt, B Not has to do two things. If he takes two rules, if he takes the conveyor belt, he puts it in the bucket beside him. If he takes a bolt from the conveyor belt, he grabs a nut from the bucket beside him and attaches the nut and bolt together and places the assembled part onto a large box. So this is the box in which he will keep the assembled parts. This is the bucket in which will contain the nuts, and this is the conveyor belt from which the nuts and all will come. However, things can go wrong for Peanut in two different ways. For example, suppose this bolt comes before this nut, and the nut bucket is empty. That will be a problem for Peanut, as you cannot assemble parts. If there are no more nuts or bolts on the conveyor belt, and there's still nuts in the bucket. So suppose nothing else comes from the conveyor belt, and there are lots and lots of nuts still left. That will also be another problem for B note. So according to these things, which will be according to these rules, which one will not cause any sequence to go for B naught? B naught. A, B, C, or D? Please write the answers in the chat. So the correct answer is C, because in the first option, the bolt comes before the nut, which will make things go wrong for Peanut, as the first rule says. In the second one, which is B, the bolt again comes before the nut in the last sequence, which will make things go wrong for Peanut again. In option D, too many nuts come. which means this bolt this nut, this bolt will attach to this one will attach to this one, and this one will attach to this one. But two nuts are extra, which means the only option that will cause no things to go wrong for Peanut will be option C. Did everybody understand, or are there any questions? Okay, I'll take that as a yes and I'll move on. Okay, so wheat storage. The picture shows several mills and the roads connecting them to the storage. Every evening, the mills produce sacks of flour. Place them in the front of the mills. Vivek the beaver is supposed to pick up all the sacks and bring them to the storage before sunset. Vivek can carry several sacks at a time, but the total weight cannot be heavier than 15 kgs. The time that Vivek takes to travel each is written down. Starting with the storage, Vivek the beaver wants to bring all the sacks in the storage as fast as possible. How many minutes will it take to carry out this task? Please write the answers in the chat. Okay, so the answer to this one is option A, which is 50 minutes. Because to make lesser time and to make quicker to make quicker path, Vivek should first take the outermost sacks and then do the inner ones. So first, spend 3 minutes in walking, 2 minutes, which 10 minutes in walking and getting sack number 9 over here. He will on his way he will take 3 kgs and come back to the mill. So it will take him total 20 minutes to complete this distance. And the maximum weight he'll be carrying will be 12 kgs. Next, Vivek will take the same path again, but instead of going to the farthest one because he has already collected them, he will go to this one. and this will make him take 8 minutes. 8 minutes, and then he will also collect this sack on the way. Listen. So he will first take this path and go all the way here. He would have covered nine in this distance in 9 minutes. So he will take this package, and then this he will take 8 minutes. Then he will take another 7 minutes to get here, and then come back. He will take to come back. It will take another 9 minutes. So we would have total taken 24 minutes to complete this path. Then, and he would be carrying 14 kgs. Afterwards, he will take a third part and go to this mill, which is very near to the storage. He will take this 9 kg and he will spend 6 minutes, which include walking to the mill and coming back, and he would have carried 9 kgs. So, in total, he has taken about 50 minutes to reach take all the packages back to the storage unit. So the correct answer is 50. Does anybody have any questions, or can I move on? Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Does anybody want to this question? Or should I do it? Okay. So the flower garden is a simple logic game. If you click on a square, you can see either a flower or a number. The number shows how many neighboring squares have flowers in them. The goal of the game is to uncover all the squares in the grid that do not contain flowers. In the situation shown in the picture below, we can see that some numbers, and we assume there's a flower in the square. So, in which square marked with A, B, C, or D do we have another flower? The correct answer is B, because when we look under A, there's the number 1, and there's a flower right under the number 1. So it means A cannot have a flower because the number 1 has already been satisfied. It is same with C and D because there's a flower adjacent, right opposite to C, which has already satisfied the rule. So the only option left is B. So the next flower that will appear will be in B.